Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today we're gonna go on a little road trip and I'm gonna show you what you can do if you run into this guy, the Leatherface 6-scale figure by Sideshow. Let's get started. All right, here it is, the Leatherface 6-scale figure by Sideshow, still in its box exactly the way that it's gonna come to you. And look at all the cool stuff it comes with. You get not one, but two mask portraits, as well as a chainsaw, hammer, knife, apron, everything you could possibly ask for creating your favorite scenes from the film. Can't wait to see what I can do with this figure, so let's get rolling. All right, here it is, the Leatherface Deluxe 6-scale figure by Sideshow. Man, he is a hideous looking beast, isn't he? Okay, so as tempting as it is for me to just go ahead and keep him in the suit and have the chainsaw over his head and all that whole thing, I think it would probably help everybody if I just illustrated the best way to switch out the costumes, so to speak. All right, so first and foremost, to get the jacket off of him, we're gonna have to move those arms back, and we're also gonna need these hands off of him. So being very careful about this charm bracelet, I'm just gonna lift that up so gravity kind of works in my favor. I'm gonna shove my thumbnail into the base of that ball joint to help pull it away from the wrist and then pop it right out. And let's go ahead and take this guy off as well, the charm bracelet, just so we don't lose it. I wanna know exactly where it is at all times. Repeat the process with the other fist. Now, if you were taking off a jacket, best way to do it would be to get your shoulder blades back and those arms back and slide it off that way. That's how we all do it, and that's how Leatherface is gonna do it as well. We're gonna move both those arms back and then just nicely, easily pull it off. Awesome. With that done, we can bring in the apron. Now you'll notice that the loop here for the to go around the neck is too small to go over the head. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and take the pretty lady portrait off of Leatherface. Just rock it nice and slowly backwards. Okay, so now that you've got the head off, it becomes so much easier to just go ahead and slip that strap over the top. Want it on the outside of the collar. And then we're going to take the other straps, the back straps, if you will, and wrap them around his back. Now, there's a very precise way to do a knot like this. We've all been tying our shoes for a long, long time, so I think everybody knows how to do it. And notice how you do that. It's going to come over here. And boom, tied. Let's go ahead and leave that hanging down as much as we can. And that's a pretty stiff and cooperative sort of fabric that they use, so you should be able to make it fall more or less naturally. Let's go ahead and get that charm bracelet back on him. We've got that one on. Let's go ahead and get the gripping hand where it's supposed to be. Boom, done. We don't have to worry about that charm bracelet. Another nice thing about having things like bracelets is that they kind of partially cover the wrist pegs and those joints. All right, cool. Look at how nasty and wrinkly that shirt is. Now, we're not going to do it today, but you might want to consider, maybe taking a little bit of a hand steamer to the fabric on this to get some wrinkles, or not. I mean, he's a pretty gnarly, nasty dude. I'm sure that he doesn't exactly press his shirts. Right, we're going to pop this old lady head down onto the figure, and yeah, I think that could use a little bit of, maybe get it wet even, and maybe get a little bit damp and wrinkle it up a little bit. Notice that it's also clean, relatively clean. There's a little bit of a blood stain going on here, but the nice thing about having things unweathered when you get them is that you can weather them to your heart's content. Now, the obligatory chainsaw. I'm gonna pop that hand off and just put the chainsaw in his hand first. Ah, very good. Very good. All right, so that one's in. Go ahead and put that in so that we know exactly where it's got to be. Look how horrific that looks already. I'm going to just go ahead and put the knife into a pocket here, just so he has that. We just want that in there just to make him even more horrifying than he already is. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this hand around because I want him holding the top of the chainsaw. And start by getting that thumb around it. Look how easy that went on there. All right, so now we're gonna get him just really coming at us, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this head and tilt it, turn it over here, and then tilt it down a bit. Let's get this up and over his head. Good, good, good. Get the head looking down. And then I'm gonna move this out of the way, because I really wanna get him a little bit like a maniacal off-balance sort of pose. We're gonna torso twist him this way in defiance with how I would usually do it, and rotate that foot just to give it a little bit better direction. I'm gonna bend this knee just a touch and have him just a little bit like he's stepping, posturing even. All right, so now we get him to turn and looking down. That's better. And I want this arm back just a touch more. Oh yeah, that works out pretty well. Because the blade of the chainsaw was kind of flat to my view. Now it's, I'm just gonna take this down, but now it's just kind of up and over, kind of creating some direction. So we got a nice little arch curve going down here. I'm wondering if I shouldn't try to continue that this way. Yeah, that's better. Have the right foot be the one. That's, yeah, awesome. Maybe. Just arch that back a little bit more. Torso twist, back arch, neck down, really exaggerate it. This guy needs to be horrifying. You dig? Yeah. And then looking down like he's coming at somebody. I think that's got it. All right, cool, cool. There he is, Leatherface. No matter what you choose to do with this figure, it's gonna have some really horrifying shelf presence. And the fact that it contains not one, but two alternate portraits for you to use, as well as two changes of costume, really makes for a wide variety of posing opportunities. You'll definitely be able to find a pose that works, no matter what you choose to do.
Did you enjoy that video? Be sure to subscribe by hitting the S icon on your screen and click the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under product info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.